What is up, everybody? This is Omega Belmont back again with another statue and figure talk of the week. This week has been a pretty busy week for me. Of course, with E3 still going on. The first day of E3 is done. That's usually the biggest day for me, just because I'd like to watch the E3 press conferences and everything like that. So it is done pretty much for me, other than just news sprinkled out throughout the whole weekend and see what pops up, what game is released, what kind of demo that comes out, and things like that. So not too much, but anyways, I am here to talk about statues and figures. This week won't have a review, but I will put up a special video, maybe just to showcase all my figures that I have, just because I haven't done one yet for a while. I think I did it. Or have I done one yet? I don't remember. Probably not. But this week I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold off a review for next week, and hopefully I get something in, or I might go to my local comic book store and grab something and see if there's two figures, which I'm going to talk about them, see if they have them in stock. If not, I have to order them. But anyways, let's get started with always the pre-order stuff, new and then pre-owned. As usual, I usually go with figures from Big Bad Toy Store and on MeUnMe.com. Those are usually the places I like to go. And including, I got a new mic, and I'm trying a whole different system here. Instead of doing pictures in between, when I'm talking about it, I'm going to have it streaming live here. You're going to see a lot of the stuff. My other monitor on the left side here, or let's see, left side here. And then we'll just go through and talk about whatever. So as you can see, the first figure here is of course pre-ordered, and the first figure here is from Big Bad Toy Store. You'll get to see all the sites that I moved through, so you probably can see a lot of the stuff that I have already there. So of course this is on the second monitor, so if you see me pointing or things like that, it's because I'm pointing to my other monitor. So but anyways, the first one here is from Mezco. I talk about Mezco a lot of times, and they're just bringing these out kind of from the DC and I'm gonna turn that off, the DC and Marvel line. And now we have one from the big boss, as I like to call him, from the DC comic books. This is Superman. This is from their 112 collective DC Comics, and this is classic Superman, not New 52 or not the Rebirth Superman. This is classic, what we've seen in gold, the golden age of comic books. You see this one, probably is it golden age? Probably not. Maybe from silver age, maybe, or bronze, maybe. But I'm pretty sure it's probably from golden age. But this is Superman. Awesome stuff. I think he looks a little bit rough just because it's Superman. I'm not a big fan of. You can see the cloth that you can see. I'm going to see if I can show you guys this. I don't like the cloth, how it looks. It looks a little bit weird. You can see the cloth there, and that it just looks weird. It doesn't look like how it's supposed to look, kind of smooth looking. I wish they would have gone with something like that. But I think he still looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna go through, cycle through these pics here. Then I think, well, now from here it looks a little bit better. To me, I like how it looks like right here. He stands here. It looks a little bit better when he's kind of standing there. Of course, you see his base here, and some more stuff here. What is this that's pinned right here? But you see there's a little bit of kryptonite here. This is what is it? Kahndaq? Not Kahndaq. Freaking I forgot what it's called. But anyways, hopefully he does have a little face that comes with his red eyes here. That would be freaking awesome. I would like to see that. Then we have two more pictures here. We got this one where he's kind of chain. Oh, okay, so that's where the chains go. Okay, cool. And then we got, okay, so that's what they are. They're little bullet marks. That's pretty awesome. I didn't even know what they were. But I just don't like his face. Maybe it's just because it's really close up to it. If they do come with this head, I would totally take this head over everything else, because I think that looks a lot better with him. But when they look at like this right here, I think this looks a lot better than the first picture they had of him kind of flying out. I think it looks a little bit wrong here, just because a lot of these little weird articulation there makes it look kind of bulging out of his suit there. So I think that looks freaking awesome. Or at least this one, but we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna have to order that because you know what, I'm a big Superman guy. So next up, we're gonna go with or Big Bad Toy Store. You can find this one on AmiAmi.com. I actually ordered it from AmiAmi.com, so you can head to AmiAmi.com, type down Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Ryu, or Ryu, you probably could find it, but just do Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and you probably could find it. So, but this one, I'm going to use it from Big Bad Toy Store. We're going to do a quick picture here. Of course, this is from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, the one for Dreamcast and PlayStation 2, which the Dreamcast version is the better version. So anyways, have you seen my Chun-Li figure? That's from the same line, probably from Embrace Japan. Yep, Embrace Japan. And I forgot to talk about Superman's price here. You can see I don't really have to even give you guys anything already because I already have it here. So anyways, well, we'll just do it. This is January 2017, so next year release date, and a price of $75, which is a pretty good price. Like I said, the ones from Marvel are a little bit more pricey, like $5 to $10 more. So I like it about 75, $75 probably is a good range for that. Then, of course, we're going back to Ryu here. We'll do some pictures here. Ryu, he looks cool. I like how he looks like. I like how he actually comes with the little bag here. I think the little bag is freaking awesome. You also have his cool stance. My only problem is if you see a closer up of his face here, it looks a little bit rough. I mean, it's a little bit rough. I don't know. He looks okay on the face, but yeah, everything else. But I do like how his stance is and everything. We're going to do a quick back shot of this. I like all the muscles that you can see, kind of coming off his arms, the veins and everything. He looks super buffed out. And then we have just the stance. I like I said, for me, the stance to me is freaking fantastic. And then of course it has a November 2016 release date and a price of $120. Pretty expensive there, but I think he is 1/6 or 1/7 or 1/8. So, but he also is 9 inches tall. So he's a pretty tall guy, pretty tall figure there. So for $120, yeah, it's a little bit pricey. But I think about $100, about $100 would have been fine. But if you know what, it's a Street Fighter figure, and I love Street Fighter, so I'll probably have to buy it anyways. So now we are moving on to AmiAmi.com. This one just came out recently on pre-order. This is Figma from this is the Figma series, and of course this is Metroid from the Metroid series. This is Samus, I should say, in the blue suit. This is, you see it in the first one. There is another one. We'll go show that picture real quick here. There is this suit here, the one from the left, the Zero suit, not the Zero suit, but the Metroid Prime suit. That is, they do have that one. It's out already, so now they're having the Zero suit. So I think that's pretty cool looking. I think this is the best way to kind of show the figure here. We got the front figure here, and we got some action poses. It comes with a helmet, you can see from there. And then we got the action pose, which is shooting for a gun, a back pose, side pose, and a short hair. Wow, that's pretty cool. So like I said, I haven't played Metro Prime or Metro Other M, so I don't know. I've never seen pictures of this with the short hair, but I don't know what that is. So maybe somebody who's played it could tell me. But like I said, I haven't played it yet. So, but it does come with about some cool accessories, like I said, the gun, the helmet, the short hair, and then it doesn't come with anything else. Main and base. That's pretty much it. So pretty awesome stuff. It is probably around about 5.5 to 6 inches tall. I usually around what Figmas are, about 5.5 to 6 inches. It's probably going to sit around there. Then it does have a release date of December 2016 and a price of 5,120 yen, which is about roughly around $48 to $47. So not too bad. Not too bad. Then we'll move it on to another Figma line. And Figma just start blowing these things out, and I'm super excited for this. It'll go well with my Guyver figure. This is Guyver 2 from the manga. This is actually from it's like a side story or another story or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but they actually have 2 versions out. You have this one, which is the main one, and then the alternate version, which is I did see on Big Bad Toy Store, which is this is the manga version. The other one's the anime or the OVA version. So the other one's like a darker blue, then this one's kind of a lighter or different tint of blue. So I think that looks, I'm actually going to get both of them. So, but this is from the manga. It looks cool. It's Guyver 2. I'm gonna do some close-up here. We got one in action here. We have one using the Mega Smasher. I think, yeah, Mega Smasher, and then some other poses here. I think it looks cool. Hopefully with the Mega Smasher here, hopefully they keep it like what it is. The Guyver 1, his Mega Smasher on the prototypes, it was a different color. It was this color actually, or like a yellow color. But in the when you got the figure, it was a kind of gray color, so it didn't look like a Mega Smasher. It looks weird, and I'm just like, hopefully they keep it simple and just like this. I think that would be pretty cool. So anyways, this is Guyver 2 from the manga. It's not the real Guyver 2. I guess the OVAs were a little bit different. The OVAs had a guy who it became a Guyver 2 who had, it was a tan color instead of this color. So I think this looks cool. I actually like the OVA more than this Guyver more than the other this Guyver 2 more than the other Guyver 2. So well. It does have a release date of November 2016 and a price of 4,590 yen. So I want to say about $43, $42. So it's not that bad of a price. With EMS kind of up now with their kind of raised their shipping rates, it's kind of rough. We might have to go with sell now. So we'll see what happens. Then that is it for pre-order stuff. We are going to look at all of the new releases. These two are the new releases that I'm gonna go try to find and get. If not, they're going to be pre-ordered from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm gonna move this up a bit here. The first one up is Superman. So I'm gonna show this one later. This is the Superman from, of course, Batman versus Superman. The Dawn of Justice. Woo. Everybody hated that movie. I actually really enjoyed it. I hated the first half of the movie, but the second half to me was pretty awesome. So anyways, this is from Kotobukiya. Pretty awesome stuff. This kind of goes in line with the Avengers 2 let's see, Age of Ultron figures of was it the Hulk and Hulkbuster suits. So this kind of coincide with that. Kotobukiya is also bringing out one with a Civil War with Iron Man and Captain America, with the pose where Iron Man hits him, or Captain America shields and Iron Man hits him, or something like that. So it looks kind of cool. But this one is a little bit different, or the same kind of deal where you connect the two figures together. This one's Superman, kind of going up in the air here. He is pretty tall. It said it's about 9 inches tall, if you can see from the product page here. 9 inches tall because he's kind of standing on the base and is kind of floating up. So that's the reason why it's 9 inches. And then, of course, his hand is also flinged up like this. We can't see that. Flinged up like this, so it goes a little bit higher than that. We get some back shots here. And then we get a side shot here. The only problem I have with his face is he looks like Joker. So that's the only real problem I have with his face. That to me looks a little bit weird, but if you put them together, this is how they look like. I think that looks freaking awesome. So next, and then release date, of course, is out now, and then $59.99, which is the original price is $69. So you can find it for $59.99. That's not a bad price for that. So I usually try to buy these because they look cool. I'm still missing the Hulkbuster for the Age of Ultron 2 one, which I do have the Hulk, but it's like $180, and that's really expensive. But he is like 12 inches tall, so I guess it's kind of worth it. Then, of course, on the other side here, we got Batman with his armored suit. There we go. We're going to do another side shot with that. Then we go look at the back shots. I don't know if his cape is different kind of material cape. From the looks of it, it's probably not. I don't know yet. Like I said, I probably will buy these because they just look cool. And I actually really enjoyed the movie. And then, of course, we also got the same shot from before with Superman up on the top there, Batman on the bottom, kind of the hands kind of deflecting that punch here. You see where he's kind of deflecting the punch, and the punch is going this way while Superman, they're both kind of probably going to hit each other. So, Rocky style. So, and then, of course, it's also still the same price. But he's a little bit shorter, about 8 inches, because he's not up on something, but he's still going to be a little bit taller. He is kind of crunched. His feet is kind of bent down like this. So you see, if you stand on him, he's probably going to be almost as tall as Batman or Superman. So maybe a little bit shorter, maybe just straight 9 inches. But like I said, this looks cool. If you're looking for some cool Batman versus Superman stuff, this is actually pretty cool. And it's from Kotobukiya, and it's cheap. It's $59, 1/10 scale. So yeah, these are all 1/10 scale. Just tell you guys that. Even the Hulk and the Hulkbuster from Age of Ultron, those are 1/10 scale too, but they are huge because they're huge characters. So even 1/10, they're still pretty big. So and that is it for all the pre-ordered and new figures. We are moving on to the pre-owned stuff here from amiami.com and Mandareke, which is freaking awesome. I like to do these. Like I said, I usually wait until today to record the video because I have to make sure everything is up for sale and everything. Sometimes when I'm doing the video and then I post it up, when it's processing and everything like that on YouTube, sometimes it goes away, and I'm sorry for that. It happens all the time. So you know, some of these figures fly off the shelf because they're all, you know, rare figures that people are looking for, or just figures that are characters that people are looking for. So anyways, we are at amiami.com, another one from BlazBlue. I talk about this figure all the time. Maybe it's not because I want to talk about it, because I want it, but I'll let you guys take it from me. This is from Vertex. This is BlazBlue, which is Noelle Vermillion. If you've seen Noelle Vermillion from BlazBlue, she is probably one of my favorite characters because she uses gun fu, I guess, where she flangs around with her gun. It looks cool. It looks flashy. That's the coolest part about the character in the game. So anyways, this is from Dwell, with a price of 5,840 yen, and of course it was released about 2 years ago. Item is a B, and the box is a B, so pretty good price, pretty good looking box, and pretty good figure. Like I said, usually when it's C and down, usually they tell you something like, you know, oh, something is scratched or something like that. So these are usually pretty much just open and probably checked or been displayed, and there's really nothing wrong with it. So you probably wouldn't see anything in there. So usually when you see something, or when something happens, they usually downgrade it, and then it's like super, like another like $10 or $15 also. This one is 5,840 yen, so it's about $53, $52. So pretty good price there. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. She's a 1/7 scale. She's probably about, I want to say, 8 inches tall, 8.5 probably. So it's a pretty good size figure. The only problem I can see is, we're gonna do some quick close-up. There's a lot of pictures for this figure. I'm gonna flip through them real quick. The only problem I can see is that one leg here that can start kind of bend a bit. Mostly when, you know, like I always say in my reviews, mostly when age comes into plays into effect here, you know, in a few years something could happen, you know, a little bit of loose material could happen. So that's the only problem I can see when they're not both her legs are on the ground. So we're just gonna flip through these screenshots here real quick. I do like the pose, and I do like how she's holding her gun there, and she's kind of almost about to flip out her gun there in the back there. Then some more close-ups there, and that's pretty much it. So the figure is pretty cool. And then we are moving on to one of my favorites that I just got this week, or a few weeks back, or a month back I should say. This is from Momohime from Muramasa, the Demon Blade, or Oboro Muramasa, if you want to say in Japanese here. This is pretty cool. Like I said, you don't really have to order them. The only problem with if you don't order them from Nippon Yusen or Big in Japan or things like that, or these sites that have exclusive rights to these figures, the problem with that is you have to kind of pay that premium price, because when you're buying it from secondhand, that means it's, you know, it goes to somebody else's, and then they could do whatever they want with that. So now you're looking at a really pricey figure here, about 9,800 yen listing price. I think I bought it, mine's around that price too. And now if you buy it from here, it's about 15,000. So that's a big increase, about $60 increase. That's crazy amount of money there. But it is a really cool figure. If you're a big fan of that Momohime or that franchise, I think it's a really good figure. Of course, I'll go do a quick look at the figure here, and I think, like I said, it looks cool. If you see my review for that, that's what it is. I do like the little spirit that's on her, and that looks pretty cool. So but anyways, like I said, it's a pretty pricey, 15,000 yen, so you're roughly about 150, 100 $149 or something like that. So still pretty pricey stuff. Then of course it does have an item of A, minus, and then a box of B. So nothing really wrong. It's probably just been open, and then like I said, somebody probably done a review for it and be like, let me ship it back to you guys, or let me do something like that and sell it to you guys. That's usually what happens. Or maybe this is, I don't know how it works. Maybe this is like if somebody bought it from these exclusive sites and didn't pay for it, do they, like, I know they keep it in stock and then try to get rid of it, but do they sell it to like other sites like this? That always kind of goes kind of in the back of my head here. Do they do things like that where they just, you know, we need to get rid of it, and it just goes and sell it to some other sites like amiami.com or some other sites that takes pre-owned figures and sell it? So I don't know. Then now that is it for Ami.com. We are moving to Mandareke. I do have a few of them from here. The first one here is from Mega House. This is Dragon's Crown, the Sorceress. This is an awesome figure. I have it back there, right there. You can't see it right there. And in my Vanillaware looking, with all the characters in the back there. So, anyways, this is the Sorceress. I'm a big fan of this figure. She is big. She's 7'1" scale, but she's probably around 10 to 11 inches tall, and she is huge. In a way, but it's an awesome figure. I totally like it. This is, like I said, the only problem with Mandareke is they don't have a lot of pictures, like product pictures. They just have the picture of the product that they're selling, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see from what I did before, when I started doing, I just did product pictures, but now I kind of swapped into, showing pictures of them, and that's pretty much it. So let's see if I can get this a closer picture. Oh, that's too close. Alright, we're gonna go up like this. So there we go. So now we have the box and everything like this. It does come with her holding the little frog here. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a pretty decent figure. It's a good, how should I say decent? It is a really well made figure. It is quite expensive though. If you see here, it's 12,000 yen. I think the listing price for it was a little bit less than that. So but it's still a really awesome figure. There's only one that I'm missing, is the archer or the elf, and then the little fairy that comes with the with the game, or not with the game, but it's kind of like your guide of the game. So I'm missing that one, but it might be a little bit easier to get. The elf is a little bit more expensive. You're looking at about 15 to 16,000 yen instead of 12. So, and then the Amazon is like, I don't know, probably a little bit cheaper than that. So, like I said, oh yeah, I haven't showed you guys any of the pages. This is how Mandareke looks when they do their stuff here. When they have the same items on this site, it goes like this. So they tell you like, oh yeah, the price 8,000. 12,000, 8,000, 13,000, and then all the ones that are 8,000 are all bought out, or you can see from there. they're all gone and things like that. The only ones are the 12,000. So I think the 12,000 is this one anyway. So, or actually no, it's not. It's from a different store. So, but this is how Mandareke works. I like it. It's hard to kind of filter things in the site, but yeah, I usually just go to figures. You go to toys. I'm gonna show you guys here real quick. You go toys, and then you go to like figures, and they give you like a list of all the figures that they have. And you can kind of just go here. I'm actually not on the English site, so let's actually go to the English site here. Okay, there we go. Then you have all the figures here, and then you kind of filter them out when you want to. The next page, like I said, just the figure itself has about 500 pages, and then if you wanted to go to, and then they have other things like comic books, books, magazines, of course, toys. And toys has like soft vinyl, action figures, artist toys, plastic toys, American toys, prize toys, all this stuff here. They got AV games, voice actor idols, card seals, original art, and all this stuff. Cool. So then let's go down to Bishujo. I usually stay in the figures and Bishujo line. Figures are usually like the One Piece stuff, the Dragon Ball Z stuff that you find. Bishujos are pretty much like everything, pretty much anything that is based off of anime characters. That's where you go to Bishujo. So you can see all this stuff here, and of course the Sorceress is on this first page. And you see everything here, and this one has like 2,000 pages. So if you want to actually lessen that load there, you can actually go up here and go to like 240 search items per page, which is still knocks it down to 290, but it's still pretty there's still a lot. Anyways, let's go on to the last thing. This is from Bandai D-Arts, or Bandai. This is their D-Arts line. This is a pretty cool line. They do have two figures I do really want to get, and this is from the Metabots series. This is, what's his name? Oh, jeez. I don't remember his name again. Holy smokes. Oh, man. I forgot his name, but this is probably Rikusho? Yeah, Rikusho in the English version. Rikusho. They also have Rikusho and Metabi, but, these goes out quick. There are two figures for Rikusho and Metabi. There's one from Kotobukiya, but that's a model kit, so you have to kind of put things together and things like that. This one's already all pre-made and everything, and you can move it around, so these are all action figures, but awesome stuff. It looks cool. These are actually really rare. I mean, they go off for pretty expensive price. You can see from here, 8,000 yen. That's a lot. That's $80 or $75, $76. That's pretty expensive. So, yeah, if anything, this is probably a good figure to get if you're a big fan of Medabots, because there isn't much. As far as I've seen, there isn't much unless you want the little, 3 or 4 inches ones. These are probably roughly around 6 inches, probably 5 to 6 inches tall. So, pretty awesome stuff. Let's get a closer look on that. If they, oh no, not a closer look. So, my bad on that. It also showed the little reason why it's probably a little bit cheaper. It's because it does have a dent in the box. So, like I said, they actually show pictures. So that's a pretty cool thing about Mandarake. They show pictures of what's wrong with the, if they have a scratch or something like that. So I guess that's a plus to that. They don't really tell you. If you go down here, they don't really tell you. Sometimes they do. But sometimes it's like a really vague description, like, oh, it might be broken or it might have a scratch. This one says not open, package damage, and then it just ends there, and it gives you like all this stuff about whatever. So I do, like I said, if you wanted to shop at Mandarake, spend your time here. It takes a long time to filter through everything, but it's so worth it because sometimes you'll find something you know. In the beginning, when I started collecting figures, there were so many of the Bishujo, Marvel Bishujo, and DC Bishujo line that I really should have bought, but now like going back there, you can't find them anymore. So and now it's like super expensive, and they go out quick. So if whatever pops in on Mandarake, it's just gone like this. So good luck with that. But anyways, that is it for this week's statue and figure talk. Like I said, I don't have a review for you guys. I actually have a review, but I'm gonna hold on to it for next week, and hopefully some of my figures come in so I can keep kind of putting out these figures, reviews and things like that. But I think this week I'm just going to showcase my collection. It's just a lot of anime stuff, a lot of video game collection stuff, not a lot of like comic book things, or sideshow collectibles. I don't have anything big like that because they are expensive, and it does take them almost like a whole year and a half or something for it to come out. So I usually just buy a lot of these. I mean at the end of the day, I probably could afford like a bunch of sideshow collectibles, but it's hard to kind of pay that big price at the beginning, something like that. So I just do a collection of my, it might be longer because I had to pinpoint almost everything. I did get a new bookcase in the back here, as you can see there. I actually have one on the other side too, so that one's not filled up yet, but I do have one right there and on the other side. So I have it's gonna take a while for me. It's not gonna almost be as long as my hopefully it's not gonna be as long as my PS3 collection, which has like 4 or 5 parts to that. So anyways, this is Omega Belmont, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my statue and figure talk, and I'll see everybody next week. Peace out.